Okay, guys, let me go ahead and show you something real quick. So this is what you could be using now to accelerate your digital marketing game exponentially. So what I did is I just finalized one of my automations that allows you to quickly basically get um, a file, a story that gets created automatically, and um, it works through N8N. So basically, you just talk to the chat bot, which is ThreadsBotsStories. You give it a a prompt to tell you like, hey, you know what? Create a story about a fox that runs around the forest, make it 15 seconds, etc. So you literally type it in, it comes back.
Once upon a time in a lush green
It constructs the file automatically, MP3 file. It constructs the prompts. It grabs the music video, royalty free, and then it just creates a video like this.
Once upon a time in a lush green forest, there was a curious little fox named Flicker. Flicker loved to chase butterflies and explore the hidden glades of the forest. One sunny day, as Flicker roamed through the underbrush, he encountered a beautiful clearing filled with vibrant flowers and fluttering butterflies. Fascinated, he spent the day playing and chasing the colorful creatures, laughing and enjoying the warmth of the sun. However, as the sun began to set, Flicker realized it was time to head back home. With a heart full of joy and new memories, he trotted home, dreaming of his next adventure.
So this type of video, what I'm gonna do next, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna literally show you how easy it is to create those stories, right? So it was generated really simple with the prompt. I'm just gonna rename it and give it a basic generic name, Fox in a Forest story. So the next thing, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one of my automations to blast it automatically across YouTube, across socials, just by dragging into my drive. Um, well, I should probably drag it into my YouTube folder because that's where I have my automations set up. So once I drag it, immediately a bunch of automations kick in and it automatically uploads this video into YouTube. I have a Zapier automation kicking in, but you could easily do it in N8N. But the idea behind it is you get a lot of guys using those stories in combination with other bots that I show you. You could create a very good balance in your journey, your digital faceless channel, and essentially monetize it and take it to the level where you're doing this with your brand. So in my particular case, obviously, I'm doing this for my brand, my talent agency, and I'm showing to you guys how I'm growing the channel. And of course, right now, what's going to happen next? This video is going to get dropped. I'm going to get a notification in the channel saying that it gets dropped. Um, Anytime I do a Zoom workshop, I have other automations that kicking in and describing what I'm doing, giving me the transcript, and of course, giving all of my followers and my subscribers and who joined the Feudal Incubator program access into pills of freedom and access to all of those different videos as I'm constantly pumping them out for you guys so this way you could create your own social channel, faceless channel, and start generating money from that channel and getting a lot of views. It's a lot of, especially when it comes to short form videos. Like this was an example of a short form video. Here's another example of like a short video. So when you see me use some of those short form videos, you see me use them in combination on threads to show you guys all sorts of things. And here's a cat video,
What do we have here?
a dog video.
And what do we have here?
So this is actually, the cat and the dog of my brother.
It. Good boy.
So guys, look, the bottom line is you don't want to be doing aimless videos, but you want to be creating those videos that promote your brand, right? So, and you probably notice that I have the same theme I have concept of pets, cats and dogs, and I have travel. Here's another one that blew up.
These people are crazy. There's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them.
So guys, like, here's the thing. All you gotta do is generate some of those videos, but you want to be combining all sorts of elements in a mix. You want to be promoting the brand, guys, but you want to be doing it in a way where you're including your short form videos that talk about your brand. A lot of people say, how do I monetize it? How do I make money out of it? Well, if you just create random short form videos and don't include your brand, then it becomes a problem. So take a look what I mean by adding your own brand when adding avatars. In this case, I have a UGC effect in place with this avatar that's using a laptop. That's also a good way for you guys to get more exposure. And this is what the avatar says. And of course, it talks about my brand.
I tried Freedom Fusion System, and here was my experience. It revolutionized our e-commerce strategy. Their AI chat system optimized our social media, boosting email acquisitions and sales without relying on ads alone. We started hundreds of DMs daily, grew our email list, and automated conversions. The results were incredible. Increased sales and efficiency across the board. If you're looking to transform your online presence,
Freedom Fusion System is the answer.
So guys, notice how I'm integrating different types of avatars mixed together with this.
Так, что тут у нас? У нас тут вакханалия из игуан происходит. Боже. Или нет?
Here, this obviously I'm including my wife as part of the theme, and that resonates with moms over 40.
Hey, listen up, bougie moms. I got something for you. Check this Threads bot out. It's pretty cool. What it does, it actually goes out, checks your YouTube channel, extracts all of your hashtags, descriptions, titles, all of that, and publishes it automatically into Google Sheets, making it super easy for the rest of the Threads bots to turn on and create a bunch of threads.
So guys, obviously you got to be using those bots that I just showed you to promote the heck out of your workshops, to promote the heck out of your brand automatically. So this way you don't sit there being a process prisoner, guys. And of course you could learn all of this in my academy, Feudal Kingdom Academy, if you are the feudal lord and you don't want to do anything in terms of, you don't really want to spend any time learning or anything like this, and just want to have all the systems set up. We could help you help you learn what they are and help you set them up. But if you are a side hustler who is creating your own faceless channel, or trying to learn how to do automations, or trying to one day become the feudal lord and have your own brand, whether digital feudal lord or physical, then definitely join one of my feudal incubators. I like Freedom Fusion Digital because that's where you learn psychology, hybrid skills, digital marketing, and a little bit of every skill, and get access to multiple pills of freedom. It can help you stand out. So in this case, I just went ahead and I dropped this onto YouTube, and I did it just by dragging that file. Now, of course, let's take a look at the result.
Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there was a curious little fox named Flicker. Flicker loved to chase butterflies and explore the hidden glades of the forest. One sunny day, as Flicker roamed through the underbrush,
So
he
guys,
encountered
I think you understand the point, right? The point is, sure, it does require a little bit of engineering. It does require a little bit of kind of behind the scenes stuff to make this work, but this type of story work. But those kind of stories, it's a little bit of your API costs, but you pay based on use, not based on any kind of monthly fees. The only monthly fee you pay, guys, is to get access to my Thread Stack Power Bundle. That is $14.99. And you get access to all of my bots, you get access to all of my guides, you get access to pretty much all of those templates that I create for you, encouragement and support. And the only thing you gotta pay, other than $14.99 per month, are, API tools for like Pi API. That's one of them. There's several other ones like OpenAI, but you put like $5 into each, and you only create videos that are um, like whenever you use it, you create them, which is cool because it's not like you gotta constantly pay for a monthly fee for like thousands of tools, especially for different use cases. As you're building more and more different use cases, your costs can increment significantly. And of course, you don't want to be doing that. You just want to be paying as you go based on the most valuable workflows that you can get. And you get them directly from me. And of course, I'll connect you with the original creator as well of those workflows as well and show you their tutorial. But it's not going to be easy for you to implement unless you subscribe into their community, which if you do, that would be cool. But if you combine their community with my community, you'll get even greater value because what I cover is combination of AI, automation, digital faceless marketing, psychology, and a combination of multiple skill sets that can help you produce results. Now, going back to YouTube, did it start getting any views? I don't know. Let's find out. I just literally uploaded. But check this out. I wasn't getting any views at all. And only recently I started getting views and the channel just started going up like crazy, guys. I don't know what the heck is going on, but it's literally increasing. Look, 60 hours of time, 1.6 hours of time of people watching this channel. Look, it had nothing until I started using the automation and combinations of all of those thread stacking skills. Only then I started seeing the results. And of course, guys, if you wanted to build your own bots and you wanted to jump in together with me and vibe code together, definitely let me know. I'd love to help you out. And of course, guys, um, remember, it takes a little bit of time for your video to grow, right? Some of those videos are literally just posted, and just to kind of show you the difference in views, right? So some of those videos are really like getting 4,000, almost 4,000 views. Um, and this one with the Donald Trump, there's something wrong with those people, with them. So notice how I'm using generic words. That's what you guys want to be using, generic, very generic words, and combining the heck out of all of those avatars. And I'll show you in Thread Stack Power Bundle, and once you join my community, for how to combine all those different avatars together. So this way you have a greater chance, and it's just kind of increasing and subs. As soon as you start adding more short form videos, you have more and more subs. But then the next thing which you want to do, guys, is convert those subs into paying customers. And that's exactly what I cover in Thread Stack Power Bundle. This is where you need to have a lot of psychology in the mix, a lot of psychology, guys. And of course, if you go on my threads and just read everything that I show, I cover those psychologies. Uh, and because what's the point of having all those videos without you actually converting them into money for your brand? And take a look at this article over here, this thread. When both parties make sales, both win. This is alternative strategy to simply selling guides. How does it work? And of course, I explain how it works, but the idea here, guys, what you want to be doing, you want to be intercombining fire-looking content with a appropriate degree of balance for your digital faceless marketing journey and psychology. It has to be a combination of psychology, combination of content, AI, and automation without you being going all in on just one skill. That's the number one mistake I'm seeing a lot of moms over 40. You guys going all in on one skill and then wonder why you are failing. I went through the same thing. It took me a year and a half, trust me. It took me a year and a half to figure this out. but I created a power bundle. It's called ThreadStack, and you could jump into it. So this way you don't have to spend a year and a half. It's a long time, and instead you just take a look at that stack power bundle. It's 14.99. You could scroll through this thread and learn more about it. If you have any other questions, you could go ask ChatGPT. Whether you want to join my Feudal incubators, or if you're already an existing brand owner and wanted to join Feudal Kingdom Academy, uh, the choice is up to you. Why? Because some people are already brand owners. They don't want to learn from scratch like what I offer in Feudal incubators. And some are not necessarily the brand owners yet. They're not necessarily the feudal lords, but they want to become feudal lords. They want to become those brand owners. So if that's you, if you want to become that feudal lord, if you want to become the brand owner, so this way you could build your product, take it to an international scale, make some money, whether it's a physical product or digital product, then definitely ThreadStack is everything you need in order to succeed. It's powered by Freedom Fusion System, and it's perfect for any mom over 40 who wants to get their time back and heck, even have a little bit of time to travel. So, guys, I'm only gonna need 60 seconds for this from you. And trust me, guys, you're not gonna want to sleep on this 60 seconds. And it's very, very important that you watch this video and you'll understand why. Remember, as a side hustle mom, you want to be experiencing um, free time. You want to be taking care of your pets, cats, kids, and dogs. But at the same time, you want to be having a good life. And to have a good life, you must have a system that keeps you away from being a process prisoner. So with ThreadStack Power Bundle, you get the hybrid skills that you totally need in order to grow across socials. It comes with different guides, threads, um, themes, threads booster, threads stories, and so much more. And of course, guys, take a look at some of those other articles over here and so much more, and how I'm building this whole thing with this Fox. Right now, I'm actually troubleshooting this part of the node, and this is the where I got to. I got to the point where I was able to. Let me just go ahead and hit save. I got to the point where I'm able to use this node over here, which is a video creation tool. It creates all of this content and it just makes it. It combines everything into a file and then it constructs that file, execute this file, and then essentially uploads it to Superbase, which is kind of like a database storage, and then you could just have it available, and it comes back to you into Telegram chat and responds back with a video. But currently troubleshooting it to see if I could get it to work to come back to me to upload the file. I got to the point where the file does exist. I got to the point where um, I am running it on a container. I'm running a virtualized container environment to run Docker. So Docker is like a virtual computer. It allows me to run those automations. This is what Docker is. And this is just containers over here. And those containers are like mini virtual computers. So this way you don't have to run your like pay for any SaaS tools. You just run them locally. And of course you gotta have a good computer. Make sure you have a fast computer. And of course, make sure that you watch my other videos to understand how to use AI within Docker to quickly navigate through some of those high cardinality heterogeneous complexities with ease and be able to jump in directly into Docker shell and do basic things like copy files from Docker from the virtual computer. Like how do you, for example, jump into a virtual computer? Well, that could be a very good question. Or how do you better what copy a file from a computer, from a virtual computer into your computer? That's another question that many people ask, uh, and it's very simple. You open up kind of what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a folder, which is FFmpeg. And guys, don't be surprised if you see me do this with ease. This is not something I expect moms over 40 to do with ease. I don't even expect you to know that, but just in case if you do want to know that, I do have a guide called Threads Bots that shows you how to craft your own bots. Trust me, guys, it's like a game changer once you learn how to craft your own bots. But over here, what I did is I kind of jumped in and I just got
Once
the
upon a
file.
time in a lush green
Where did I get this file from? I got it from a container. What is this container? The container is this bad boy over here. Like, this is the idea of the container. So if I was to go here, right? If I was to go to container and list my containers, and don't mind some of those screens popping up, that's some other automations I have running. But this is the containers. Here's the container ID, right? So this container ID is like a mini computer that's running with a reverse tunnel. That reverse tunnel is what's from Cloudflare. That reverse tunnel is handling the possibility for you to use this Telegram chatbot. You could interface with it and ask questions. Unless you have that reverse Cloudflare tunnel, you won't be able to do that. Don't worry, guys, I show how to create Cloud Reverse Tunnel in my community and jump into a DM path on my Insta if you would like to learn more about it. But over here, what I'm doing is just, I'm first of all figuring out like, okay, I know the container already. I could, to get inside of the computer, I run this command, right? To get inside of the computer, I run this command that I show you, right? And by doing that, you jump inside of it. So meaning inside of it, you like a Linux, uh, you could type, and there's a bunch of files over here, right? So so let's do a basic exercise, guys. Let's do a basic exercise. I'm gonna hit exit. To see which directory you're in, you type pwd. So you're inside of home node. That's gonna become important as you're navigating um, through some of those nodes, N8N nodes. And of course, to truly understand how to craft bots, if you wanted to, uh, what you want to do, you just want to understand basic Linux structure. So meaning like, how do you copy a file? How do you do one thing or another? Otherwise, you're going to sit there all day Googling things or using ChatGPT, and it will slow you down. But if you quickly understand those basic commands, you'll be very fast in coding. And technically, you don't even need coding, but trust me, any kind of vibe coding becomes into normalized coding after a while, after you run through first few iterations. Unless you know how to work with basic skeleton structures, it's going to be difficult to break through and build your own channel. But don't worry, uh, if you don't want to learn any of that, and you wanted to get access, and you are the feudal lord, and you have a business owner, and you wanted to have everything done for you, book a call with me on freedomfusionsystem.com, and I'll connect you with one of my hybrid skilled side hustling mom who specializes in building those automations, and also connect you with my vendor as well. I have a secret vendor where I'm getting those automations. I have multiple secret vendors. As a talent agency, I have to create those connections so this way I could deliver the best value, guys, for you from multiple sources. And that's the reason why you want to go through me, at least by learning from my thread stack power bundle. So this way you don't stress yourself and get a lot more for a very low price of $14.99 versus spending money on all those crazy SaaS tools and not being able to like have a good life because you constantly have to worry about those SaaS tools. But if I showed you for how to do this on the go, pay as you go, crafting your own AI bots, then it becomes simpler. So anyway, bottom line is we have ls, and so this is how you quickly see what's inside the directory structure. Then you type exit on Windows. Notice how ls doesn't work because you're on Windows. So instead, what you want to do, dir. This shows you the current directory structure of your folders. You could hit up arrow to quickly see to jump back into your container. Remember, this is the container ID, right? And I got this from Docker, right? So from Docker UI. And of course, you could also do Docker yes and see the container ID like this. So get relatively familiar with Docker. Don't overkill yourself learning how to do all this with Docker. Just basic things, because you could ask Doc AI within the Docker itself how to use things. But over here, I'm running containers. One of them, Kokoro tool, Fast API. What I did is I created a network, virtualized network, containerized virtualized network within my Docker environment. Don't worry, guys, you don't need to really know too much about it. But in case if you are, um, in case if you are interested, as I mentioned, ThreadsBots guide is the guide where I show how to craft bots and how to learn those basic things, just enough for you to get started. So now, what do I want to do? So I wanted to quickly log in into. I wanted to. When I do this, I'm inside of the Linux environment. I can't just go ahead and copy. Uh, like, well, you can. So when you're inside of Docker environment, the best way for you to copy this file, let's say you wanted to copy this file into your own computer, is if you do something like this. You specify the destination, meaning your folder. I have this folder on my computer, cffmpeg. So if I was to open up cffmpeg, I would quickly see that. So ffmpeg, boom, done, right? That is Fox in the Forest story. I renamed it, but let's say I wanted to copy this again. Boom, copied. Again, so what happened? Boom, this is what it is. It copied. This is how I'm able to interface directly between physical and virtual computer. Now, keep under mind, you could have multiple containers and multiple tools running. This way you spend even less money on the SaaS tools, providing you know how to kind of navigate across directory structures and also different types of cloud. My name is Ron Wells. I'm a cybersecurity cloud engineer with a background in different clouds, AWS, Oracle, Google, all sorts of cloud, Azure, and cybersecurity. I'm a full stack cybersecurity engineer. For me, obviously, guys, it's gazillion times easier. I don't expect you to do this. If you want all of those workflows already pre-built and working 100%, then go into my community. I'll provide you access to a vendor who I have. And also you could watch their tutorial. You could get all of those automation blueprints directly from them. Or of course, you could get it from me as well. But you would have to modify them a bit to your need. What I do is I find the best automations. I rebrand them specifically for my talent agency and for moms over 40. But of course, if you have your own use case, you could rebrand them however you like. And of course, you could get those automations for free. In my blueprints, I make them available. If you go to my bio, that link, you just click on some of them over here as I make them available. Now, take a look about this one. What I do, if you wanted to book a call, go to join now, book a call, scroll to the bottom. And if you have any questions, you could book a call and see if you're interested in any kind of automation. And boom, you just select what you're interested, hit submit, and we'll have a quick meeting, quick 30-minute call. So let's take a look at what is happening on Threads. So on Threads, we have a couple of things going on. Threads, you definitely want to be, anything you do on Threads, you have to be reflecting on Threads, guys. And don't worry, I have automation for how you can reflect on Threads as well, directly from kind of a Telegram chatbot, which is pretty cool. So keep it going, but don't get stuck on Threads, guys. Just keep it going, but don't get stuck too much, because there's other socials like Buy Me Coffee, and you want to be including your articles on there as well, because Buy Me Coffee can get you very good results. In fact, like, let's just kind of give it, demonstrate to you what I mean by that. So let's go ahead and create an article. Right now, I'm tapping into my copywriting skills. And what you see me do, you see me tapping into hybrid skills as I show you this across different things, different skill sets, and quickly just dominate through all those skills. And I want you to learn those skills, how to dominate through all of them fast. So this way you don't get stuck remember, you could get banned from any socials at any moment. So make sure you know the rules for how to do this. And let's take a look at this example. I'm going to show you how I create now I'm going to show you how I tap into my copywriting skills and connect this to my digital faceless channel. So let's jump into a YouTube and let's see. Let me show you what I mean when I tell you that I'm gonna jump in into my skill, my copywriting skill. So right now, let's find something good. Let's find this video over here. As you can see, this video is lots of it. It got. Okay, guys. So let me go ahead and notice this video has no views, right? So it has no views, and it was 15 hours ago, right? So let's fix this problem, guys. So let's fix this problem, because if you don't do this, if you don't combine your faceless channel with copywriting, the same technique, then basically it will not grow, and you will be stressed out big time. To reduce this problem, we're gonna do something. Okay, let's pull out the YouTube summary. Okay, so this is a YouTube summary extension, but don't worry, there's other YouTube summary extensions as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn them on and click on it. Okay, so this is AI YouTube summary with ChatGPT. Let's open up actually another edge and try another summary, more simpler one. This is called YouTube summary with ChatGPT in cloud. Let's just try it from this extension.
Hi, I'm Trent. Unlimited functions, the only options you will have access to are auto-generate summary on page load, method, and OpenAI API. To do this, an OpenAI will generate and click Save options. Now that you are all set up, let's take a look at the other free option, auto-generate summary on page load. Auto-generate summary on page load creates a summary for the summary load is a navigation bar that can or a long button to expand the summary. The long
This is the one thing I trust AI to do more than humans. And ironically, it's brand safety. You spend so much time building up your brand, and the wrong collaboration can hurt it in minutes.
Okay, guys, so I quickly had to pause for a second because what happens sometimes you use YouTube video summary Chrome extension and then the trial expires and basically you end up it's not working. So what I did is downloaded another YouTube video summary extension and this is what it is. And what it does, it just generates quick summary. And what you do, you copy this entire summary, right? And then you open up ChatGPT for yourself and definitely guys start using that copy. So what I mean by that is you literally just go open up ChatGPT and you start a new conversation. So, and by the way, guys, when I'm troubleshooting things over here, you get access to this as well. So this entire ChatGPT assistant, so this way you know exactly how to troubleshoot those workflows. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say I'm gonna do this. Can you create buy me coffee? Buy me coffee workshop uh article article based on this video and emphasize on subs getting me coffee, but in a nice way. Nice way. and reference this video, use emojis, and make it over 40 friendly. So this thing didn't work because Google Studio. So because the context window is too small for ChatGPT. So what you want to do, you want to go to Gemini. It has 1 million context token, and you just use Gemini 3.5 Pro preview. Quickly jump into here, guys, and do this real quick. We'll come back and build this and make it easy for you guys to use it. So sip and learn, grow your digital marketing coffee on a break. Hey, lovely moms, are you juggling a million things? We'll grab your favorite mug, take a deep breath. Finding your groove, consistency key. Your techie friend, automation saves the day. Content that connects. Short stacking, thread stacking. Build your brand even facelessly. A little support goes a long way, like a warm coffee. Ready to deep dive. So over here, it didn't really talk much about it, but sometimes that's all you need, guys, to get people into your YouTube. Sometimes, and the cool part about it, people buy you coffee as well. So, which is amazing. Take a look. So, come up with a good hook for people to click. I need to, based on this, I'm gonna say, come up with a good hook for title for this article that will make people click. So you kind of do this, guys. You use control. Like if you skip on this step, it may seem like a hassle for you to write this article. But don't worry, guys. I'll show you some. You could use browser use extension to automate this, so you don't have to do this as soon as you do this. As soon as you create a workshop, it just does it for you, and it creates threads automatically as well, and uploads content, which is absolutely insane, guys. Imagine you create a workshop and it just uploads your buy me coffee and other threads and make all those threads and repurpose the content. So finally, simple YouTube growth secrets for mom over 40. Right. And you see, this is the hook is the key, guys. Okay. So without it, it's gonna be very hard. So what we're gonna do instead of this, we're just gonna add a code over here and let's embed this. Okay. And this is very simple. And that's it. I'm just gonna email this to my followers, and this is ThreadsBotsStories, and this is you could create a couple of categories over here, guys, like threads bots stories. So this way makes it easier for people to understand, and you publish it, and you're good to go. And basically, that's what happens, guys. Now this is, you could tweet it. I have to see if my Twitter is connected. It is. Posted it. Done. Right, very simple routine, not much involved. And then over here, guys, feel free to support my mission of helping moms over 40 discover freedom by buying coffee if you like this workshop. So like this, simple, you're combining these guys in. Right now, this article is here. It got 4 views. On Threads, you may only get, if you just post the YouTube on Thread on its own, it may not get any views at all, guys. If you don't talk about it, for every video that you create, you have to talk about it as much as you spend the time on creating that video, as crazy as it sounds, in order for you guys to succeed. But you could simplify this and automate this process by using browser use. and a bunch of agents connecting and building this article. If you guys want me to create something like this, let me know. I'll create a tutorial for that. I already did in my YouTube channel. You could walk through that and see for yourself how to use agents to construct this. But the idea here is right here, guys, what you could do, you could go ahead on Threads, right? And with Threads, you could do something like this. Jump into Threads. And on Threads, you just basically create this and say, right, and use the same hook that you created, but perhaps like this, from 2 views to this, right? Notice I'm creating this hook, and then I'm gonna go ahead and include like this double hook, hook within a hook, right? Hook within a hook, double time, right? Boom. And then include topic, guys. It may seem like a boring thing to do, but if you don't include, if you miss on this step, you're not hyper targeting your audience. And of course, to determine which topics are the best, don't worry, I could help you learn how to set up the automation like this as well. So you could operationalize the step and place things into topics where people make most sales. We could take this further to spy on moms over 40 that are making money, find out what topics they're uploading um, actual content into, and reuse the same topic and include content in there, guys. That's another thing. If you want me to create automation for that, let me know. And I'll show you how, if it's feasible or not feasible, and how to pull this off. So, guys, this is a basic technique, very low stress, while creating workshop. You want to be doing this, what I just showed you, while showing to people how you are constructing your feudal kingdom. Keep in mind, some followers will be dropping, some followers will be staying. Your goal is not to maintain the follower count. Your goal is to continue expanding your business. And that means making risky choices sometimes to shake off the leaves and get the followers that are not true followers fall off the tree. You have to do this. If you don't do this, guys, you'll be constantly struggling. Okay? Constantly struggling. Don't struggle. Do better. Now, to do better, where are we with N8N? So we have we edit the transcript over here. So I'm troubleshooting this flow over here. And I'm trying to see, okay, so I got to the point where I was able to generate a file. And that file went through and I was able to get that output. But it took me a long time to do this, a very long time. And the question is why? That's what I'm trying to figure out now as we speak. I'm analyzing the code over here to quickly see the combined. I'm using Whisper model to generate multiple texts because this video over here, as you can see, it has text
Once
value.
upon a time, in a lush green forest, there was a
It has text subtitles, so I'm trying to figure out how to get the subtitles up and running. This is the code I'm using to combine it, and problem is it doesn't work. So I had to simplify it transcripts over here. I had to specify the file path, and remember the file path. So this is another reason why you need to know Linux basic structure. So this way you could quickly jump into the file path and iterate between different file paths quickly, knowing where that is. And of course, guys, definitely learn some Linux, a little bit of Linux. Okay, so let's see. How do we do this? I'm gonna try to figure this out a bit later, guys. For now, I'm just gonna see how we're doing the YouTube. What are we doing with YouTube specifically? With how many views do we have? Do we have a lot of views on that? MP3 file, MP4 file that I just generated with the Fox with the story or not. So, and if it's not, don't be discouraged, guys, if you're not generating a lot, because you got to do this. There's entire science. Just because you don't have one video generating a lot, that doesn't mean that you should be like, oh, that is not I don't need that automation. No, guys, this is what you need to do is understand the value of the automation and then apply that value for your business. Now, let's take a look at what is going on. So let's take a look at dashboard. So first 47 minutes, go to video analytics. Nothing for now, nothing, guys. How many views? Views didn't start coming in yet. Let's click on here.
Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there was a curious
No
little
views
fox
yet.
named Flicker. Flicker loved to chase
Okay,
butterflies
not yet.
and explore the hidden glades of the forest. One sunny day,
Not yet, guys. So this story didn't generate anything, even though it was uploaded and other videos did generate a lot. So guys, but the fact that you are able to generate any kind of images and interface directly with your chat and be able to just construct stories that resonate with your brand, especially if you combine them in this other format, like as what you see here with Elon Musk. You've probably seen my automation with Elon Musk. But if you start combining it together, you start getting very good results, guys. So hold on a second, let me see. Shorts. So shorts, nothing, nothing, nothing. We're gonna let it cook. We're gonna let the content cook. Sometimes it takes, after you upload it, it takes a little bit of time to kick in. The other part is what we could do is we could modify this a little bit. Here's what I typically do when I upload it automatically. I still come back over here. It got one view. I still come back and do something with it. So what I'm gonna do is modify it over here. I'm gonna say, yes, it's made for kids. And I'm gonna, typically I'd make it no for kids, but this one actually does look like it could be for kids. Fox and the Forest story is perfect, actually. And if you're a mom over 40 and you wanted to create like a children book and literally be able to do this quickly, this is the way to do that. And okay, Fox in a Forest story. Fox in a Forest story. I'm just gonna include, typically you want to include some titles, descriptions, etc. Right? And you most certainly can include this. And to do that, what you gotta do, go to N8N, and you could go back to the transcript node. And of course, guys, this is it's not efficient as what I'm showing you over here, but I'm just kind of making it super quick. Copy selection based on this. Based on this, create title, description for YouTube video. And then what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna quickly do this like this, and here. I'm just showing it to you manually, but don't worry, all of those things could be automated. So this way, you don't have to update the descriptions and titles of the YouTube the way I'm doing it now. This is something that I cover as well in another automation. See my previous videos with ThreadsBots quotes, to see how to apply it like this in action. So like this, you could do it. Watch what happens when we apply the title. So the title is, we're gonna go ahead and apply the title. Okay, like this. No, keep something in mind. This story is, it's a long title. It goes against my other strategy where I use very short. When you use memes, you use very short like names, extremely short, like two letters saying things, life is hard or something like this. But when you do this, well, guess what? It's different strategy. It's not the same. If you want to really go for high number of views, you make it super short. But this strategy combines kind of combines like a more specificity, and you're counting on this to get through, this information to get through. And of course, guys, this one video, it's disconnected. This video is disconnected from the brand. It doesn't have any relationship with the brand other than just the story. So my goal for you is to learn how to connect those stories, videos into actual brand. And for that, you need to use CapCut. And with CapCut, you could do all sorts of additional spiciness that you see on the other videos. But this is the way. And keep something in mind. When you analyzing each node, don't go ahead and try to get all the nodes to work right away. Make sure you take each workflow, analyze it manually, make sure it works individually before jumping to the next workflow. Okay, guys? Otherwise, you're going to be spinning your wheels wondering why one automation doesn't work and whatnot and why it takes so long. So yeah, now I think what we're going to do next is we're going to take a look at that story, right? So it got one view for now. I'm going to do what we're going to do. I'm going to say this. I'm going to go on threads, right? I'm going to go on threads and update threads over here with what this thing can do. Okay, guys. Also, guys, check this out. If you want to learn, how to create stories for your kids and build your faceless brand further, then try this bottom. Then how to create stories like this. Your kids and build your faceless brand further. Then see this video. You could easily create videos like this with ThreadsBots stories. Boom, like this. Right? We'll just kind of upload this and we'll move on to the next automation, guys. Don't sit there sitting there constantly trying to hunt for the leads. Don't do it, just show the value, right? And when you build, they come. Remember that. So if you just kind of doing it and hoping for the leads and not explaining anything, of course, guys, people not gonna they're not gonna jump in. Okay, so just kind of remember. But your goal is not to just build and let them come. Your goal is to make money. Okay, guys? And don't forget the underlining goal. You're not trying to educate anybody. You're just building your channel and connecting with brands, if anything, and reselling their products, digital or physical. So this way you can make money. Okay, guys? So that's it for now, and I'll see you next time.